From the line, flying high. It's prime time, Coach Prime got the squad ready. Now it's our time. Boss in the black and gold, undefeated as the gold. Travis sounded like a Dotty's taking full control. Shooter in the pocket, throw it down for precision. Man, listen, every play, every snap, man, it's like a vision. We got talent in the trenches, fire in our souls, fire shoes on our feet. We can't be beat. Buffs Nation, stand up, let the world know. Undefeated season, we ready, let's go. Our receivers got the speed and they got the hands. Corners in the league, they don't stand a chance. Shit is slinging bullets, wide outs on the go. Somebody let them know it's about to be a show. Linebackers hitting hard, defense never rests. Every down, every yard, we put them to the test. The Buffs on the rise, better check the stats. We are like that, we taking every game, no looking back. Buffs Nation, stand up, put your wrist in the air. Hold it up, they know what time it is, Shadura. It's more than a game, we are putting our stamp on the game. Gold jacket, Hall of Fame. We grinding every day, we making history every week. The Buffs are the future, y'all gon' see. Travis and Shador, they leading the pack. With a team full of stars, there's no turning back. From ballin' to the world, look, mama ain't on top of the world. Buffs on top, it's a new era. Coach Prime in the squad, bringing terror. Buffs.
Yo. Let me make sure away from it. Hold on, let me get my stuff right. Hold on, let me get it right, y'all. All right, we back, man, and we don't know how to act, man. Hey, y'all, it's a lot of news going on. It's a lot of things happening right now. Some good, some bad. Some of our favorite people, they starting to get on that little hot seat. I ain't gonna say a hot seat, but I'm gonna say a lot of people talking. And we're gonna start this thing off right. We're gonna say Shador has one of the top selling jerseys in the NFL right now. This is amazing. How you still got one of the top selling jerseys when you don't even play. This is different. The fans are trying to make a statement. Will it work? I don't know. I know the NFL appreciate it. I know they appreciate it. I don't know if I'm gonna have my regulars on here tonight, man. I jumped on kind of late, but we are past. But hold on, before I get into Colorado, hold on. I know that's why y'all here. We're gonna get into the Colorado. The NCAA has put down a new rule where now you can only transfer one time a year. At first, it was 3 times you could transfer. Then they changed it to 2 times, and they closed the window. On the, I think the spring portal, they closed the window to like 2 weeks, I think, or 3 days or something. They changed it. They made it shorter, right? Now this is the third, I think, adjustment they've made where they're going to eliminate the spring portal window. So you're only going to have and I think this is kind of right. Like this is crazy. Well, let me say this right here. Let me say this. Like my man right here, Angeli. Not him. Hold on, wrong person. Right here. My man in Syracuse right now. My man in Syracuse right now is leading the nation in passing. Shouts out to my man, Fran Brown. Shouts out to Fran Brown. Where's my picture, Fran? I don't got my Fran Brown picture up in here. What's going on? Damn, I got to be mad at myself, man. I'm slipping. I'm a pimping, man. I don't have my Fran Brown picture. I thought I just put it up there. Well, maybe not. Well, Fran Brown, quarterback that he thought was going to start, hurt his thumb in the springtime. His big star wide receiver, leading wide receiver from last year, transferred out because they didn't have a quarterback. His quarterback was at Notre Dame. He wasn't going to start. He got beat out in spring. He transferred in the spring to Syracuse. Now he's leading the nation. He's leading the nation in passing. So I can't say the spring portal is bad. In a situation like this, it helps Syracuse out because their quarterback was injured. It helped this young man out because he went to a place where he could start. Really and truly, the spring portal is more beneficial than the December portal. The reason why I say that is because if you're not starting in the spring, you're not going to start in the fall. That's pretty much how it's going to be. If springtime come, if you can't beat the guys out on the team, that's when you need to transfer. But I get it. If they transfer in December, that's when everybody off. It's easy for no, hold on, let me take that back. I think the spring portal should be the time they transfer because now what's going on, CU boss? Now,
What's going on?
hey man, we locked caught ready to rock, man. I got some news for y'all tonight. But hey, you tell me, we talking about the NCAA and this new ruling they just put down about the transfer portal. Now you can only transfer in December. The spring portal is done now, right? I feel like the spring portal is the most important portal. The reason why I say that, in December, everybody's still going to bowl games. So when people transfer in December, now they don't want to play in their bowl game. People still got to go to class, all this kind of stuff. Like, it's more, if you transfer in the springtime, now everybody transfer in the summer. Now you with your team that you're going to be with starting the summer. You start everything new in the summer. Like how most students, when they go to their new college or whatever, they transfer in the summer, not during December. Am I correct?
Yo, I agree with you 100%, man. I think that it's a great. Bravo to the NCAA. Now, if they just do what I feel, the best thing to do is only let them transfer every 2 years. That's what I feel it need to be every 2 years. At least
Ooh.
it gives schools an opportunity to build chemistry. It also give the student athlete the opportunity to maybe be able to have an opportunity to win the job back, because sometimes emotions get involved. You make a bad decision and move and go to another school, like Khalil Benson, and then end up having to go back to that school. Sometimes, whenever you have time to think, sit there, play, get hurt, I think it's best for the school and best for the student athlete every 2 years. That's just my perspective.
Now I get you on every 2 years. The only thing, will it be a exception for the seniors? If you going into your senior year and you transferred your junior year, now you get to your next school and they bring in another guy at the same time they brought you in and he beat you out. Is there something for the seniors that could? Because now you can transfer down, at least go to a Valdosta State somewhere and play, and instead of sitting on the bench your senior year, you just wasting your last year.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I believe you could keep that rule the same, because I think isn't what's the name who left Colorado, who used to the running back from Houston that went to Colorado, then ended up going to Arizona State, and it ain't work out. I think he playing down at a lower level, like
Yeah,
one double A. What's his
yeah,
name?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, can't think of
McCaskill.
McCaskill. Yeah. So now you can
Hmm.
keep that the same. If they're a senior, let them be able to have the opportunity to go down to like a one double A. But I just think for the Division 1 athlete, I think that they need to do every 2 years instead. Because still, if you do once a year, they still gonna be going to 4 different schools in 4 years. I just think it work
Nah,
out better for them and work out better for the school and the football teams to develop chemistry.
nah, I agree with you what you're saying. I just know like the Cole Hood situation, and like I'm bringing up situations like the guy from Notre Dame, he transferred out, and like now he's able to start at Syracuse, and now he's actually leading the nation. Shots out to Fran Brown, 2 years in a row. Your quarterback is leading the nation in passing. Shots out to the offense coordinator. I know he was a former running back. He played in the NFL and he was a running back coach in the NFL. Uh, Now they never gave him a shot to be an offense coordinator. Fran Brown gave him a shot to be an offense coordinator. Now he has two guys back-to-back years leading the NCAA in passing, and they haven't even got their team together all the way. So think about it, when he have three, four guys like this. that's been there for him for like multiple years that he can trust and know the offense, what kind of numbers they're gonna put up.
Hey Tiger, that was gonna be a part of the conversation tonight. That's why I was hitting you up like, yo, when we going live? Because what I did was this week, man, I took the opportunity to just look at some coaches who are around the time, kind of like around the time of Coach Prime, if not after. And I want to look at their staff because everybody been talking about, of course, Schumer and all that. So I don't want to get ahead of the Colorado conversation. But Fran Brown, if you look at his staff, even though he got some NFL experience, them boys got some heavy college experience too. And
Heavy, heavy.
I'm like, yo, man, it could be a possibility where we seeing Fran Brown. Actually, it could be possible he could surpass Coach Prime in the success of being a coach because of the staff makeup of it and the college player, the college experience.
Excuse me.
To have a coach that understands the college game and the pro game is very important in college football.
Hey, look, let me say this now. Let me say this. It's been in my mind, but I didn't want to say it because people want to call me a hater. I didn't want to say this, but this is what's been going on in my mind. Fran Brown been calling Coach Prime, asking him about advice, stuff like this, blah blah blah. Coach Prime needs to start calling Fran Brown, asking him about coaching because
Yep.
Fran Brown is a nice guy throughout the week. Game day, Fran Brown is like Nick Saban on the sideline. He getting after it. Coach Prime real chill on the sideline. To me, he too chill on the sideline. Um, Fran Brown understands the ins and outs, the politics of all of this. Coach Prime kind of want to do it Coach Prime way, and I don't know if that's gonna work in college. Like I watched your video the other day, and shouts out, see you Buff. I've been watching your videos. You've been putting out some videos. Y'all go follow my man, see you Buff. Hey, shout your channel out so they know where to go.
See you Buffalo Soldiers. See you Buffalo Soldiers Media. Just search that on YouTube. Appreciate that, Big Tiger.
Yeah, and if you want to drop it in the link later on, you can go ahead and do that. Whatever, many times you want to, you drop it. But my man, he be spitting facts, and I'm telling y'all, Fran Brown, I'm just looking at how Fran Brown is doing stuff, even though Fran Brown and Coach Prime, they're similar with their kid. Like his kid now is on the roster. He got 2 boys and a girl. Like they real similar. But Fran Brown has coached longer, and he's coached up under people like what's my man, Kirby Smart and stuff like that. Like he coached up under a lot of good coaches. So he has experience. He was at Rutgers with what's that, Cachino or something. What's my man name? When Ray Rice was there.
Yep.
Yeah, he was with him. And like the offensive coordinator, he was at Baylor. I don't know if Fran Brown was at Baylor, but when Baylor had that real high octane offense, like around by the time RG3 and all them was there. So he come to his, like he got a lot of guys on his staff that was #1 recruiting in their different schools or top 5 in recruiting. He brought like 4 guys in. So now they know how to navigate. Coach Prime don't have to Fran Brown don't have to train them because they already know how to do it. Coach Prime can't train these NFL guys how to navigate through the college stuff because he really don't know how to do it for real. He just
There
got
you
into it.
go. There you go. That's key. That's key.
Yeah. So I understand what he's doing, and on your video, and you were saying talking about schemes, you are 1,000% right. Like Coach Prime used to do it in the NFL way, where if I got a dog, if my player better than your player, we can run whatever we want to run. We're gonna win the game. In college, a lot of coaches can't get the top players, so they have to understand how to out scheme these bigger
Hey, come on.
schools
But
with,
you cooking,
yeah,
you cooking.
with better athletes. They got to understand how to finesse it because they don't have the same firepower. And Coach Prime, he's not. Well, now I'm saying not Coach Prime. Schumer, he's not using the players that we have on offense he's not maximizing their ability. That's he want to run whatever kind of offense he want to run. But like, all right, prime example. You seen the play when they did a screen play, the game we just played against Houston. When Houston did a screen play with the tight end, where he blocked, he did like a pick play. But since the wide receiver didn't pass the line of scrimmage, it's legal. As long as he don't pass the line of scrimmage, that's a legal play. Did you see that?
Right. Yeah.
All right. If I'm Schumer, I'm circling that and we adding that right now because I'm gonna throw that to Q6, the Gibson. I'm gonna throw that to the Gibson about 3 times a game. And when they try to come up to cheat up on it, we going deep.
Oh yeah.
We would never run that play all year long. Watch, we would never run it. But that's almost a cheat code right there, man.
Man, yeah, man, listen, man. I'm telling you, like, that is one of the main deficiencies that's taking place. Again, when you watch, it's very funny how last year when we played UCF and UCF they ran that it might have been a Texas route, but it's old school flare pass where you run the running back out the backfield and he go toward like going to a sideline and he cut it up. When they ran that play on Bentley and they scored on that play, bro. 3 teams after that ran the same play on us.
And
Why?
it was
Because
good.
it's a copycat. Right, it's that's what I'm saying. I'm like some of the stuff that you see Georgia Tech and all them doing, but and that's why when we was giving our predictions earlier this year, I, many of us was kind of shaky about the Georgia Tech game. Like, bruh, like they scheme is so crazy because again, like you said, they don't have they don't have the greatest athletes, or I ain't gonna say they don't have the greatest players, but scheme wise, yo, but Boise State for years didn't have the talent that everybody else had. When they ran up against big schools, they schemes was the
Yeah, exactly.
all of them to be able to overcome playing against the Oklahomas and all of them other schools. So that's our problem, man. Scheme.
Yeah, yeah. And shouts out to dragging that wagon with the super sticker. I see the wagon. I see you done updated your picture too. I see that. Shouts out. Uh I think Prime is getting caught up on the sideline, just watching the game, forgetting he's supposed to be the head coach. Hey, we were saying that last year, man. Like Prime is used to being on the sideline. When he go to a game, he used to be on the sideline. So I would say, I'm like, dang, do you think he's just on the sideline and he got a guest pass? Because he posted, man, that the head coach has to be active. The head coach has to be saying stuff to the referees, watch for this, all this kind of stuff. Like, you have to be on top of this, Prime. I seen like Prime just out there like he holding the keys for somebody else. That was what it feel like to me.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that's what we got going on, Big Tiger. And the thing is that what other coaches like Fran Brown and them got a chance to do when just let's just look at Nick Saban tree, right? When we talking about old boy, for whether it's Kirby Smart, whether it's all these guys that become head coaches, and they end up birthing, children that
Yeah,
that are still up. And Fran Brown, even though he's not direct under Saban, but he still has that DNA of Saban because he was under Kirby. So
Kirby. Uh-huh.
those guys are able to learn how to be a coach, how to manage players, how to also manage their coaches and also audit their coaches. And so what ended up happening is Coach Prime, he didn't have an opportunity to go that route. We talking about from high
Well,
school all the way to Jackson State. He didn't have that. So now we're witnessing Coach Prime deficiencies of not
mm-hmm.
coming to timeout, different stuff like that. But that's where you gotta have an assistant head coach that can hide your deficiencies, be in your ear next to you on the sideline. Hey, coach, we need to call a timeout here. All that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna pause right there.
All right. Hey, what's going on, JR Boxing? JR Boxing to the stage.
What up, man? What's
What's good?
good?
What's
Man,
good?
what's good, man? What's good with you, Tiger, man? Welcome back, man. Welcome back. I'm happy you back. See you. What up, man? What's good with you? See you?
JR, what's going on?
Man, not much, man. Not much.
Hey, but shout out to Cole Hayes in the building. Hey, Tigers and Cole Hayes.
Hey, shout out
Yeah.
Coach
Shout out to
Hayes,
Coach Hayes.
man.
Me and Coach Hayes, we supposed to be doing shows, man. I've been working so much, man. Hey, Coach Hayes, I'm gonna get at you, man. You know we're gonna build a lot tonight. I might hit you tonight, or for sure, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow, man. I just been ripping and running, bro. I'm talking about I've been running so hard, Coach Hayes. I had to give my body a break because I was y'all know you work so much, you start getting sick, your body started breaking down. So I was at that stage, but pull it back a little bit. Oh, we got Rome in the house. Shouts out my man Rome with the $9.99 super chat. Shouts out to my brothers on the
What's
panel.
good, Rome?
Keep good. Send a link. I can jump on a few. All right. I'm gonna drop it down here in the comments, Coach Hayes. I'm gonna drop it down here in the comments. JR, do you have anything to add about the NCAA changing their rule about the portal? They only gonna be able to maneuver now in December, changing schools. You cannot change schools in the spring anymore. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, man. Look, I hate it for the athletes, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just limiting their options as far as like how they can go about transferring schools. Because if you're just a normal college kid on the campus, like you can drop out the semester and go register at another school like nothing, as long as you got your transcript and everything like that. I mean, I get it from a standpoint of infrastructure, like what they want to do with scholarships and minimizing the wild, wild west feel of it with people running up the money and all of that stuff. Like, I get it, because that definitely helps the smaller schools. Now kids not going to be looking to jump in the portal so quick, or these young men won't be looking to jump in the portal so quick.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate it for the student athlete, man, because I was just like, hey, get to the money, because everybody
Yeah.
not going pro. So
Yeah.
if you can get to the money and find a destination, some people's hopping in the portal twice. They'll hop in the portal, they'll get to one school because the school promised them something, it ain't happening. They in the next portal cycle. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, can't do that no more.
And some of these dudes, like at Kentucky and stuff, backup quarterbacks getting like 400 and 600,000. So hey, that's some life changing money. You can buy your whole house with that money, and now you can get you a regular job and be okay for the rest of your life. So
Absolutely.
this is gonna snag a lot. I wish they would have had it where they can transfer in the springtime instead of December. Because in December you got bowl games and all this stuff going on. So if you're gonna transfer, now you can't play in the bowl game. So that's gonna mess up a lot of bowl games now. Now they're gonna be, instead of having the whole roster, you're gonna be short on your roster. So now we're gonna have a lot of sloppy bowl games.
Yep. So, but
Yeah.
that was one of the reasons why they implemented it, man, because they didn't want these young men to have the opportunity to leave during that, because now it's a harder decision. Like, dang, if I leave, like, is that spot promised, or is that position still? It's a harder decision. So that's they wanted to put the onus back on the student athlete, and they did it.
And we got Coach
Yeah.
Hayes in the building. What's going on, Coach Hayes?
What's up, man? I just wanted to come through, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, Tiger. I was looking for one, bro. But I get it, though. I get it.
Man, I've been
What's up,
working,
man?
man.
See you.
Coach,
What's
what's
up?
happening?
What's going on, Coach? Coach? You were cooking yesterday, but the weather was trying to prevent you from cooking, man.
It tried, dog. Hey, man. It is what it is, baby. Hey, what Birdman said? I'm a bird man, baby. I fly in any weather.
But hey, what you got, Coach A? How you feel about this new rule with the NCAA? How they shutting it down? You only transfer once a year, and it's in December.
I love it, dog. That's me personally. I love it. I'll say this: the only thing I don't like, long as the coach is fired by then, don't like. What I'm saying is, if I transfer in December to Oklahoma and y'all fire the coach in January, I got a problem with that. Right?
Yeah,
like that's my issue.
Yeah.
Now that's my issue, right? But typically most coaches get fired in December anyway, if they're gonna fire them, because you haven't made it to the postseason anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Usually your time is up at that school anyway. However, if that coach decides to leave for another job in January or whatever the case may be, then that kid should have an option to leave, in my opinion. But you know what I mean? Like that's my only thing. And the reason I like it is because, bro, it's your due diligence as well. You have to have some skin in this game also, right? You get what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel. Yeah, that's just me personally. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you're still trying to build a team as a coach. You know, you got a player here today, and we all know your backup players are really more important than your starters, because your starters all of them ain't gonna make it through the whole season.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
And see, I think another reason why they did is because the spring games. A lot of coaches did not want to play their spring games because they didn't want other teams can get film on these players and say, hey, we can use that guy right here. So I think that's why they took the spring, because you know a lot of teams didn't play their spring, or they didn't add their spring games this year, trying to keep people from poaching their teams. And Miami was bad about that, right? They're right, Coach A.
No, they wouldn't even let us come to the game.
I'm sorry, y'all were bad about poaching. Then y'all get caught up in a situation trying to get a cornerback from Indiana or Iowa or somewhere like that.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
That wasn't due to the spring game. That was just because Wisconsin trash. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, no, but to your point, you're right. I just think, like, at some point, you got to make a decision, and you got to have opportunity to stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we also understand this. You're here to try to build a team, a program. Now, I'm not saying you can't transfer every year, but I think you should only have one. I think you should have 3 and 4 opportunities to transfer and do it. You know what I'm saying?
That was my only perspective. Was reason why I wanted every 2 years, because I just missed the element of seeing a team that's been together for more than 1 year and being able to develop that chemistry. I think it just really take away the feel of the game and everything. I'm with the kids getting their money. I'm not against that, but I think sometimes the coaches don't have an opportunity to really build a program when you got kids that's jumping every year, and then your nucleus is jacked up. And y'all know the game. It take chemistry, man. So that's just my perspective on that.
Well, let's say this right here. Now, I kind of understand why these dudes want to jump every year, because when you got coaches doing stuff like this right here, let's Star be the starter.
Tell them, Tiger.
Let's Star be the starter.
Hey, already.
They say that boy Star had a dream, folks. They say he had a dream. Martin Luther Star, boy. They say he had a dream.
Man,
that dream didn't come true.
But can I say that? I want to be no good.
Hey, hold on. Let's go down. Hey, see you both. Give me your thoughts real quick. Try to keep it in a minute. JR and then Coach Hayes. What y'all think about this whole situation with Staub and now Salters might be the starter again?
I just thought it was just too early. I thought it was fool's gold. I wasn't buying the whole Delaware situation. I looked at when he came in the game, and of course he had nothing to lose. I think during the time he came in the game, it just was like beneficial. And there were a couple of busted plays on the cornerback, so it was fool's gold to me.
Go ahead, JR.
Man, if I was K-Salt as a grad transfer, I would have just hopped in the portal and went back to Liberty. I'd have been like, all right, man, I'm out of here, bro. I ain't going for this. I'm out. I'm taking my little NIL money and I'm out. I'm going back to Liberty. I already know the playbook. Put me back in, coach. I'm back. Liberty University. Let's go.
That's why they did the portal rule right there. They did that for JR. All right, Coach Hayes, what you got, Coach Hayes?
Yeah, like you said, I think it's bull crap. He got caught up. I think Coach got caught up in the height, and I think he felt like he got put in a corner. And it was Delaware, dog. I kept saying that. You know what I mean? And the optics of it look way different than the reality of it. Oh, he pushed the ball down the field. He got in 35 seconds left in the half. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't tell people nothing. So with that being said, that's to me, that's messed up. And we all know at the quarterback position, it ain't usually the talent of the quarterback, it's the confidence of the quarterback and the psyche of the quarterback that makes the difference in good and great quarterback, right? And that's the problem. I.e. Ryan Leaf, great physical and athletic ability as a quarterback, but mentally he's scarred. So now what? So what does Caden Salter do right now when they go up in his ACC? I mean, in the Big 12 play, in that gauntlet.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right here. I watched the Georgia Tech Clemson game. Georgia Tech did the same thing to what's my man name for Clemson? What's the quarterback?
Klubnik.
Klubnik. All right, he supposed to be a Heisman guy, all this stuff, almost the same score. They almost had the same 2 touchdowns, like 17 for 28 or something like that. Him and Salters almost had identical numbers against this Georgia Tech defense. This Georgia Tech team is the same team that took Big Bad Georgia into 8 overtimes. We acting like Georgia Tech is a scrub. And Caden Salter hasn't turned the ball over all year. I don't see a situation where a guy is actually moving the ball and scoring, and now you put a guy in that's been throwing interceptions all summer, all spring, and he get in the game and he throw interceptions. And the other thing about Staub is the same thing we were saying about Dylan Edwards. Not Dylan Gables. He's small. He's a small quarterback. Y'all saw when he was in the game and he got like the ball got a little wet or something and it slipped out of his hand. When you don't have big hands, stuff like that happen. He fumbled the ball on the goal line. He don't have big hands. So when you put a guy like that in the game, when these boys trying to make it to the lead, they hitting, they knocking the skin off you. So when you got a small guy in the game, man, it's gonna be a disaster after a while. Like, and the little tricks he was doing, like what you said, Coach Hayes, he had that confidence. So he was throwing across his body. He was doing stuff like Gentleman Zale. Like he had the confidence.
Delaware.
Yeah. But once they start figuring out, okay, this dude will do anything. Now, okay, all best off, we can play him because he gonna do tricks and stuff. They start shutting all that stuff down, and they got real bad, man. Why do y'all think Prime didn't pull it?
He doubled down. He doubled down on his decision.
What was that to try to show to somebody in house? Like, look, I told y'all he wasn't the guy, but y'all gonna force me to play him, or was this his own decision? Like, I'm gonna go with him and I'm gonna give him a chance.
Oh no, that was Prime decision.
Yeah.
You don't get on national TV and say Martin Luther Staub. You don't do that. That's Prime decision, man.
I don't know, y'all.
He too stubborn to back up off of it.
Yeah, I'll say this. I get Prime was just trying to make a tongue-in-cheek joke. You know what I mean? And I might be light-skinned, dog, but I got Wesley Snipes in me, like, well, pause, I guess. But you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I get it was a tongue-in-cheek joke, but if that was the other way around, they would have had him apologizing.
Yeah.
If he said something different,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? He would have been out there apologizing, making him go into anti-Semite classes and all other kind of stuff, dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the deeper question is why do they have a short leash with Caden? Like what has he done that warrants him to be able to, I mean, any look for him to think, and I think a lot of his indecision and the way he moving and stuff like that, I think a lot of that had to do with whatever going on in the background. I don't think it just was something that happened in the game. I think he had a short leash, period, and it just so happened to where the game situation come and it's like, oh, we gonna put such and such in. And all that. Like, bro, something is really, really going on that behind the scenes that's deeper than I think we know.
Mm-hmm. He's not a fit. He
Yeah,
doesn't fit.
100%.
He doesn't fit Prime's like the kind of guy he wants. But there's nobody else better. Juju right now, Tiger, Juju right now is not the guy. He just doesn't have it at this moment. He's a true freshman, right? It's very rare you see true freshmen on this kind of stage shine at that light. That's the anomaly. That's the exception. You know what I'm saying? Tiger, when it come to Juju, Tiger, well,
I mean, look, hey, everything I see this summer is coming true. Y'all remember I told y'all they were gonna put Juju in the game, right? Y'all remember I was saying that?
As they should have. It was Delaware.
No, hold on. Look, when I seen them doing those press conferences and Salters and Juju was together, I said they ain't gonna give Salters a fair shot. When I heard Prime say a long time ago, we at black colleges, the dual threat quarterback, if he can't throw like that, you got to have a guy that can spin it, that can throw the ball down field if you want to win big time games and stuff. When I heard him say that, I knew he already kind of had some kind of bias for a running quarterback. So I was like, I don't know how long they're gonna deal with him running because they really want a passer. That's what they got Juju. So that's why I was like, I don't think he was their first choice, but they needed that safety net.
But Tiger, it don't make no sense because you had plenty of quarterback guys that you could have went after. Who first of all, who did the talent selection and the interviewing of this kid? If and Coach Prime all of a sudden you don't like he don't fit, you don't like why would you even pick him and bring him to see you when you had other options? That's all I'm saying. It makes no sense.
Well, of course, hold on. Colt members. He know the Salter family. He from Texas. That's why he brought him. Same way he did Dylan Edwards.
Prime picked Salter personally.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just more so it's the youthfulness when it comes to Prime coaching on this level. Because he never coached without Shador. So you can leave Shador out there and Shador gonna make mistakes, but guess what? Prime trusted Shador to be like, he gonna work out of those mistakes. But now it's like, well, I ain't never coached another quarterback outside of my son when it's this important of this magnitude. Like when Ryan Staub started last year, they wasn't gonna make no, they weren't gonna make no bowl game. It wasn't no importance to that game outside of let's just get everybody healthy back to, Boulder, Colorado from Utah. But now it's important. He ain't never coached without his son, not at this level. So I think any quarterback, I think even if they would have ran Juju out there, if Juju would have started off from the true freshman, started off the first game, they lose to Georgia Tech, he don't have a good showing or whatever you want to say against Delaware, I think he would have sat Juju down too. Because it's his first time coaching without his son.
Now, let me say this right here, and you great points. All y'all hitting on some great points. But this is my thing with Coach Brown. I think the reason why he got Salters is because Salters was a proven winner, and he don't want to have a losing season. That'll be bad for him. He just got paid. He got to win this year, right? Salters was the best bet. They was just talking about Miller Moss from USC. He wasn't necessarily a winner. Yeah, he was a pocket passer, but he wasn't necessarily a winner, right? So Caden Salters showed he was a winner, and he went to Tennessee, so he had talent. But I feel like Coach Prime owed him an apology. I made a video talking about it, and y'all saying he know the family, all this kind of stuff. When you play a game in Texas and you know his family coming to this game, all this kind of stuff, and my man hasn't really done anything wrong, and you pull him for a guy that nobody was saying Salters should be the starter. And it was like a running joke. I mean, not Salters, Staub should be the starter. It was a running joke this summer when we were saying Staub should be the starter. Nobody was never saying Staub should be the starter. Now, when y'all go back to Texas, this man family there, and y'all don't let him play, that hurt your soul, man.
Yeah. And everybody like his demeanor. Man, I've basically been the starter for 8 months at this program since I stepped foot on campus. I go 13 for 16, take you down on a touchdown. Everybody talking about he don't run. He ran it in this week against Delaware. He go down, right? Yeah, he missed some throws. I get it. I understand, right? But guess what? He still gets you 10 points, and you don't play for 2 hours. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. That's this Pop Warner stuff right here. This Pop Warner.
Yeah. And it's like,
what it is.
If it was Shadul, would you ever do Shadul like this? Hell
Come
no.
on. Nah.
Hell
You
no.
know that answer, Tiger.
It ain't even got to be a Shador conversation. Name somewhere else that did this. I don't care who the quarterbacks.
But the reason why I'm making the Shador conversation, because a lot of people, this is what Prime got to watch out. He on the slippery slope right now, because a lot of people saw how he was loving on Travis and loving on Shador and Shiloh, and like, okay, I'm gonna go there and get that same kind of love, and I ain't necessarily seeing this. Prime, he on the slippery slope right now. I'm telling y'all.
Yo, it makes me wonder why Nikhil Green left, man. Like it's starting to make me like, and I ain't trying to do this, but it's starting to make me think of like all these players. Yo, like why they hit the portal? Yo, why they left? And now when you start looking at these decisions, because everybody know that Charlie Offerdall wasn't the best running back, man. Like
there we go.
These feel good stories is cool, but bruh, at the end of the day, don't nobody care about a full feel good story when you're taking L's. Like at the end of the day, it's all about winning. So my thing is, and those of us on this panel, we don't have no type of agenda. We ain't no haters and all that. Yo, we just speaking facts, and that's the reason why. That's what needs to happen. People need to get out of their emotions that they liking and go with what they see, man. And it is what it is. It's one of those things that we have to really look at and fall back on, man.
Yeah,
I'll say this, Tiger. And again, when I was telling people, I said, guys, there's going to be a learning curve from a coach's perspective for Coach Prime. 2 years ago, 3 years, I didn't follow him at Jackson State. Be honest, I never said I did. But when he got to Colorado, I'm saying, listen, it's a different level. There's a lot of things you got to learn as a coach that you never dealt with as a player, right? When do you take your flight? Why do teams eat at a certain time? What does practice structure look like? What does managing the team look like? That's nothing Prime ever had to think of as a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the coaching side of it. This is where you take the helmet off and put the headset on. Yes, you got a gold jacket, but at the end of the day, it's a total different skill set, and all coaches have to learn it. Nick Saban wasn't Nick Saban when he was the coach at Kent State that he is at Alabama. He wasn't the same coach at doggone Michigan State as he was at Alabama. Every year he learns. You don't just put it in the microwave and say you're going to be great. And that game you play with Charlie Offerdall to get guys motivated to work harder, it don't work on quarterbacks like that. You can't play that kind of game. That's a Pop Warner concept, right?
Yeah.
You don't play it. These kids are trying to make it to the league.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business.
I hate it for him, man. Play it in that man's face. That's what
you
I
see
say, man. I would have hopped in that portal, man. I'd have been like, all right, I'm out. Going back.
And you see what they saying? It's kind of like Prime got a white boy quota. And I played at App State, and they kind of always had a wheel linebacker or a safety that was a white guy and a white quarterback and a white tight end and a white fullback. Like they had job. Like if a black dude and a white dude is equal or kind of close, they're gonna make sure a white dude have these positions right here. That's kind of how it was at App. Cause we kind of noticed it. Like, dang, it's like they got to get hurt for if they even. The only way that black dude gonna play if the white dude get a concussion or something, or he gets suspended or something like that. That's only. So I'm kind of seeing this at Colorado where it kind of seems like some of these white guys, if there was a 4-5 star white dude and he was like, okay, he a dog, let's get it. But it's some of these dudes, they 2 stars, 1 stars, and it's like Prime is trying to promote them, and he didn't promote Hill Green like that. I think that's why Hill Green left. And I was frustrated the same way with Colton Hood. I didn't feel like Coach Prime like talked good about him like how he talked good about Travis. Now y'all look what Colton Hood doing over there at Tennessee. Yeah, did y'all? He had a scoop and score the first week. Last week he almost had a crazy interception on the sideline. I forgot what they called. They called something, but it was a crazy tip, like one of them Travis Hunter plays. So Colton Hood is one of them kind of different kind of players, but they never showed him the same kind of love that I thought he should have been showed. And so I was kind of trying to wait to see why does Prime choose certain guys and promote them, and why does he not promote other guys that are making plays? Can y'all help me understand what y'all think what that is?
You say they watch tape, man. If you put in the watching the tape hours, you can play. It ain't even about what you're doing on the field, because Trevor Woods was playing in front of the Hill Green. They moved him from safety to linebacker because he watched tape. Like, man, yo, man.
Did y'all see Trevor Woods got ejected this week? Trevor Woods got ejected.
A helmet to helmet hit or something like that.
Yeah. And you know who he playing for now? Coach Prime got a coaching tree, y'all. We got Ray Rose. Is it Ray Rose in Hawaii?
It's
Charlie.
It's Turner, the DC.
Yeah, the old school dude. He up there. And then what's the name? The coach for Wyoming with Coach Prime last year?
Yeah. Man, you know it'd be crazy if Wyoming go in there and run for 200-something yards and Coach Fleet, the running back coach.
Don't, bro. Don't, JR, don't.
Now,
Hey, Coach Hayes.
Fleet,
wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny, Tiger?
Bro, Fleet from Miami. Listen, that's the homie, though. Like, that's my homie. Listen, I know you're going to cut a fool. That boy might have a shirt on that say, underneath his t-shirt, say, Coach Prime made me do this.
Hey, I would love to see it, man.
Oh,
let Coach Fleet get back.
But you know the DC, he's at the head coach at Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
Jackson State.
Charles
Jackson
Kelly.
State.
Yeah.
Charles Kelly. So he over there. That's why Trevor Woods went there. And then Sean Lewis is struck. Have y'all seen any of these Sean Lewis games over there at San Diego?
Oof, it's bad, man.
It's looking bad, but I'm talking about it looked like one of them schools in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
But they don't have no funding.
What's hurting Sean Lewis? Yeah, like you just said, it's no funding. Like you could tell that they just ain't got it, man. They players look like a high school team. Old buddy
but he got good players though.
Old buddy that he recruited at quarterback, the Danny O'Neal dude, he at Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, he left.
Yeah.
But see, I think the reason why he left was because he realized with all this running, I'm finna get hurt. Like he got to get guys like Kaden Salter. He got to get guys that can run better than they can throw.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I hate to say it, but I think Kaden Salter, I think Sean Lewis' scheme would probably work better with Kaden Salter than it would have been with Shadua.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say this, dog. Prime got to stop running this like a goddamn Pop Warner. It's not a reality show. There is a reason. Everybody, and I would say that, but everybody, when you talk about these things, there is a reason businesses follow formats because they're proven and they work. I'm not saying you can't alter things here and there, but there's a reason infrastructure means something. There's a reason coaches do certain things and businesses do certain things. And when you try to go all the way left, there's a reason all the way left don't work because it's been tried and true. This game over 150 years old. And some of the same principles are still in effect today. You still got to be able to run the football, even in a passing league. You still have to be able to recruit certain guys, even in the transfer portal era. You still have to be able to have a solidified quarterback. You still have to have an identity, Coach Prime. And when he try to play in our face like we don't know what these words mean, like, come on, brother. Like, stop playing with us, right? Everybody ain't a see you auntie or uncle or whatever y'all call that crap. Because what you're doing, you're also playing with 105 young men who are looking for an opportunity. Not saying it's guaranteed, but to better their livelihood, not just you better yours. That's the issue right now. Is that they're pawns. I feel like these kids are pawns in his game.
Man,
I kind of. All right, I'm gonna say this, and this keep flashing in my mind. Y'all, I don't know if y'all seen it, but it was a show, like a show when you dance, is when you like switch positions or something. But Mike Tyson was on it, a lot of Rock Johnson was on it, all these big time scary dudes was on it, and they try to make them all like dress up like women, or they'll make them do women's songs. Prime was on the same show, and he had a dress on, and he was singing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, how much is this? Is entertainment, like what Mike Tyson doing now? When Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather supposed to fight, that's going to be another fight, like when he fought, who was there? Roy Jones.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
So
Watching that job.
it's just for entertainment. So I'm just like, is Prime doing this? Is this entertainment for Prime? Is this reality show Prime, or is he? It was Dan Lennon on the something like clicks and views, or is he really trying to win, or is he just trying to like get to the bag? I'm questioning it now. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
I'm not questioning it, because like I look at it from a standpoint of he's been used to coaching one way for a long time, and it worked with your offspring. That worked with your offspring. But like Coach Hayes said, you can't play around with somebody else's offspring. Like I can't parent your children, Big Tiger, like how I would parent my children. Like you can't do that. So all this maneuvering Coach Prime been able to do and all of that stuff, you've been with your kids your whole life. So you know what make them tick, what motivate them. You already know. You ain't got to question the navigational system. But now you bringing in a whole crop of young men. You don't know anything of it. You don't know what make them move, what make them tick, what motivates them, blah, blah, blah. You assume you know, but you don't. And he's going at it as though he already knows the navigation system, and he doesn't.
Yeah. I just, with these players, I don't feel like he treating these players like how he treat his kids. He gave his kids a lot of rope.
Yep,
He ain't giving these kids a lot of rope. And so that's what I don't like. But hey, let's move on real quick. Mike Vick.
I'll say this one thing real quick, a little bit, if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead.
I think it's a talent problem. It's a talent problem. When he was at Jackson State, it was good for him to get talent to come down to him. I had a kid, Shane Hooks, played for me. Shane Hooks was at Ohio. To come down to Jackson State, you got better talent. The talent hid the deficiencies, right?
Yep.
Now that you come up, you're still getting guys to come in, but they're not talented as these other teams. And your deficiencies are starting to show because a Heisman Trophy candidate, a top quarterback, a Jimmy Horn, they're not there. There's a talent deficiency as well as there's a managerial deficiency in there as well. And I think that Coach Prime wants to win, but he wants to win as well as be this limelight. And you can't serve two masters, bro. There's a reason like this doesn't work, but go ahead.
All right, let me say this. I'm going to add to that. Now, you remember how we were talking about Fran Brown earlier? We were saying how Fran Brown, he had his coaching tree already ready. He had guys he had already coached with that he brought in. I think Coach Prime should have brought in more guys. He tried to do it, and some guys in the SWAC, some coaches, they kind of blew the whistle like Coach Prime trying to have a meeting with us, whatever. So he was trying to bring some head coaches up when he went to Colorado, which he did. He brought like 3 of them up with him. But I think he was trying to get more. And I can't remember the guy when he played North Carolina Central, that head coach. I think he should have brought him because he understands how to be a head coach. He got the structure, all that kind of stuff. He's been doing it longer than Prime. If he'd have brought 3 or 4 guys like that with him, I think he'd have been better off right now. But everybody was against Prime. And I think everybody kind of missed that opportunity that they could have had.
You gotta listen to Tiger. I could get Nick Saban if I ain't listening to him. What difference do it make?
I mean, I got you, but He was trying to do it, and they blew the whistle like, "What you trying to do? We staying with the swag. We ain't leaving." And
Hey,
so he was just
Tiger,
like, "All right, nigga." Go
Tiger.
ahead.
The thing about it is though. Remember the first year. The first year he had college coaches on that staff. They dipped.
Mhm.
Why? You got a guy like Kelly. You got the other dude who out there in Hawaii. He had a couple of college coaches. Why did they dip though?
But all of
Why
them
did,
got higher positions. Like one guy got a head coaching job, Sean Lewis got a head coaching job, and then your analyst, he got a DC job.
yeah,
So
but
everybody elevated.
some of
But
the
you needed a
some of the
DC and you
murmur.
give him the job. You
Yeah,
needed a DC. And guess what? Instead of going to a certified guy, you go to the first time guy.
That is true.
yeah,
But see, I think them the quotas.
yeah.
I think it's some CU quotas that we don't know about. I don't think he got full control like we think.
I don't know, man, but all I know is some great college coaches out there. And right now, bro, in the college game, you need scheme, bro. And there was a quote that Coach Prime said that he don't like college coaches because they worry about scheme too much, more so than the student or no, so than the player. Bro, you in a game of college football where scheme is everything. And that's what's happened. They licking their chops. The Wildman coach said, well, it don't matter what quarterback they play with. They don't really change their scheme too much. I mean, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me come in on that, man.
Yeah, and then you correct on that. But all right, so let's talk about Mike Vick real quick. I don't know if y'all heard. So what supposed to be going on? I don't know how true this is, but this is what I heard. Virginia Tech supposed to be. They want Mike Vick to be their head coach. I don't know if y'all been watching Virginia Tech. They're looking real bad right now. But Mike Vick had to go to Norfolk State to kind of prove that he can actually coach. And if he is able to win there, they think Virginia Tech gonna bring him up and give him a head coaching job. And have y'all heard that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I
heard that
mean,
today. I heard
I
about
heard
it
it.
today.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of it, man. But as far as like credible sources where it's coming from, it ain't coming from like nothing credible. I know like On3 like mentioned it, but they just grabbed it from somewhere else. No like credible journalists is like reporting on it. But I think it'd be a good look for the culture. Like, yeah, like our boy Vic, you know what I'm saying? He back at his alma mater, whatever like that. But I think ultimately it'll be a bad thing for Vic. Cause you gotta cut your teeth in this coaching thing.
Here you go.
Mm-hmm. Like you gonna
Yeah.
have you gotta get some calluses. You gotta learn,
Yeah,
trial
yeah,
by fire. You're gonna have to figure some things out. You get to that university, you'll be out of there in 3 years, just like this. I mean, they gave Pry 4 years. Vic could be out in 3 years.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wouldn't do him no good.
Yeah. But see now, what he should do now is just learn how to coach, learn how to recruit, and then he can bring prime example. My man Huff right here. Huff. He was over there at Marshall doing his thing, and Marshall was doing something funny with him. He left and went to Southern Miss, same conference, but now he brought all his guys with him, and now he's in another good pocket where he can recruit players. So now he's winning right now, but he had already a
I'm a dog in the portal.
Turn Tiger done got on that Dollar Tree Wi-Fi.
I'll just say this, man. I guess when he pop back on, but
when you can go to school and bring in like 5 of your dogs, that helps you out tremendously.
Go ahead, Coach.
no, I was just gonna say you're right. And here's something else. Believe this or not, Coach Prime don't have a coaching. He don't have a coaching tree. He doesn't have anybody that he knows. And I don't want to sound like that, but I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Most of these guys, Huff, gonna bring guys because he worked with them at Alabama and other stops. So you work with guys. If you look at everybody that Prime has gotten, it's through other people, unless they work with them at the Jackson State. Other than that, or their NFL guy buddies. They're not guys that he's coached with because he hasn't been coaching long enough. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm gonna just tell y'all this. I'm telling y'all now. I'm talking to coaching dudes. Coaches are not going over there because Prime don't need coaching. He wants coaching. These other coaches need coaching. That's their livelihood. So once you go over there, you're going to get blackballed. I got coaches right now, major program. You come up with an idea. First thing these other coaches say, what you think this is, Colorado? What you think? What you want, cameras? No, coach, I'm just trying. But you can't do that because now this is not, I'm not blaming Coach Prime. I'm just telling you what the Prime effect has done in the black coaching community.
Yeah.
So now it becomes taboo to go over there. You can't survive it. You see what I'm saying? You can't survive it. See, guys like Luke Kelly and those guys could survive it. They've been around long enough to get guys. Look where Fleet ended up, Wyoming. But hell, he was coaching, so he knew some people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Now let me say this right here. I'm glad you said that, guy. I think Prime has, and I think Prime does. I think he reach out, he talked to coaches behind the scenes, but people like Eddie George, Huff, these coaches, Loxley, these guys right here, all these guys are 2-1 right now. They're winning. It seems like they're gonna keep their job for a little while. They keep doing what they're doing. Some of Prime coaches might can slide in here and then go to another school. But I see what you're saying, Coach Hayes. They might get blackballed, and if they get blackballed, these other coaches right here are gonna be their saving grace. Like if they're gonna rock with them, I'm telling you. That's what, and I don't think some of these coaches are gonna rock with them. Honestly,
no, not. They can't touch it. They
can't touch it, man. Like Coach Hayes was saying, it's that coaching, it's that proverbial like coaching tree. Because you got to think like the coaches that you just showed, Tiger, like they didn't been through it. They didn't been to these coaching clinics and camps and all of this stuff and been talking to each other at different events and things like that. Coach Prime just kind of, you know what I'm saying? He just, you know, he a superstar. So within it in itself, you just boom, you already elevated to a certain point. So Coach Prime having coaching clinics now, he doing it now. So now you starting to build like that grassroots kind of like deal, but you already behind the power curve with somebody like Mike Loxley that been going to coaching camps and coaching clinics for 2 decades. So he got a Rolodex of coaches that he knows through time. Coach Prime ain't got that.
No, you don't. And I'm gonna tell you, y'all know the formula. Y'all know the cure. Winning. Winning solve pretty much everything. And at the end of the day, man, those coaches that Coach Prime is coaching against, like the Houston coach, them guys got like 20 something years in the game. And so at the end of the day, they already know, man, like Dan Lanning said, oh, it's about clicks, this and that, because they already done sized up the program and like they don't have enough knowledge over there. And at the end of the day, a lot of them viewing it as like Coach Prime got a lot of yes men. That's another word on the street. Ain't nobody gonna challenge him and tell him this or tell him that. And so I think that he have to weather the storm and keep doing what he's doing, but he gotta get some coaches around him. And I think Brett Bartolone should have had an opportunity when they came from Jackson State to be the offensive coordinator. And if you want to hire Pat, let Pat be your assistant coach. But you should have let Brett Bartolone get the first year. If that didn't work out, then you go ahead and move on and try to get another coach.
But he couldn't do it though because Sean Lewis was already coming there to be the head coach, but because Prime got the job, then they gave Sean Lewis the offensive coordinator job. And then when everything went south halfway through the season, he gave it to Shermer. So I kind of see how it happened, but I was thinking the same way until I started looking at the whole thing. Like Sean Lewis was already promised a job. That's what I heard. What y'all feel about Bill Belichick? I mean, 2 things. How do y'all think he's gonna do it at North Carolina? Do y'all think he's gonna turn that program around and build a dynasty like he did in New England? And the other thing, how do y'all feel about him saying New England scouts are not welcomed at North Carolina facilities? Whoever want to go first, take off.
I'm with it, man. Like I said, I'm here, in North Carolina by way of Houston, Texas, but I'm here in North Carolina now. So that's all they got is Chapel Hill this, Chapel Hill that, all on the screen talking about Bill Belichick. So the money there, like in that area, the boosters there, they already spending the big money. So you gonna look next year, UNC gonna have a top 10, top 15 recruiting class. Cause they throwing the money at the school now because they want the school to be a winning program quickly. Because they trying to like what, hit lightning within a bottle with Bill Belichick.
Like
And
what
so
Prime did.
yeah, so they just funneling the money in real quick. But as far as like his coaching and stuff like that, like I'm not gonna question his coaching. I mean, unless he's like at a point in his life where he don't want to change his coaching style, because you're not coaching grown men paying, for a household. You coaching kids that maybe some of them got a household, but majority of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
So if you stuck in your ways of coaching, then you'll fail from that aspect. But if he willing to change, the money's there. If he willing to make a change, alter the way he coach a little bit, his coaching style and stuff like that, they gonna be all right. Because he know the X's and O's.
So, but how you feel about him saying he don't want New England there, the scout, the players?
I'm with it, man. I'm petty tendergrass, man. I hate it for the kids, but
That's hurt the kids.
Them young men still got plenty of opportunities to be evaluated by them scouts, man. They ain't just going to the practice looking at the kids. These regional scouts looking at tape. They can see them at games, all kind of stuff. So you ain't allowed in the practice, but if we on the road and you really want to see a kid, well, you gonna go to that road game and you gonna see what this kid does in that game. So
Hey, why he worry about them scouts? He better be worried about one of them players with his little young lady over there. That's what he better be worried about.
Especially that dude walk out there with that hammer with them got shorts on. Bill Belichick on them blue diamonds. You know what I'm saying? But here, what I'll say this. I think time will tell for Bill Belichick with the change in coaching. NFL is way different than college, especially now with transfer portal and NIL and all of the travel you got to do with the recruiting. Like NFL coaches don't go nowhere. It's like a job, 9 to 5. Go to the facility, go home. Go to the facility, go home. I don't have to go to practice, take a shower, jump on a plane to go see some kid in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? That can take a toll. I don't know how he feels individually, like physically feels. If this is something he really wants to do, maybe if he still feels good, but it's like, wait a minute, hold up. I ain't realized this and that. These kids don't care about you, Bill Belichick. It may have a little bit of something to it, but at the end of the day, it's a total different grind. Like, people don't realize this. After a football game, coaches got to go entertain recruits. After a football game in the NFL, you take a shower, do the press conference, get in your car, and go home.
Mm-hmm.
You still at the facility 2-3 hours after dealing with recruits that came to the game.
Yep.
Still and this little young lady gonna be wanting attention. She gonna be like, "Baby, you get off too long."
Yeah, it's a total different deal. Like, and you got to give those recruits individual time. You can't. You talk to them as a group, then you pull them in. Hey, Big Tiger, this is why we need you here in the building, baby. JR, this is why you got to go over here to talk to this fan. Bro, it's a total different grind, bro. Total different grind. And so I don't know. I'm feeling like he may have stayed too long in the game, kind of like Jordan when he went to the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go out on top.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah. But
I think he's really doing this for his son and all of them and trying to help them get a niche. So when he stepped down, they got some experience and they can go get jobs. That's how I really feel. I think that was a punk move, saying, because you got fired because you couldn't win without Tom Brady. You supposed to be the guru all this kind of stuff. Tom Brady would have won him a Super Bowl after y'all split. You ain't do nothing after y'all split. And you did Cam Newton wrong too. So I don't have, man, that's some childish stuff. Y'all can't come to my facility because I ain't welcome at y'all facility. That's childish, dog. That's childish.
For sure.
Nah, come on, man. Cut him some slack, man. This
Why?
man brought 6 Super Bowls to your organization, and he not allowed in the building. Come on, dog.
Cam
6
Newton
Super
don't have no
Bowls?
pictures. Cam Newton don't have no pictures up. He their best player in history. He don't have no pictures up in the facility.
You talking about Tom Brady?
Cam Newton ain't bring no Super Bowl to the Carolina Panthers.
I got you, but he the reason why we watch the Panthers, and they don't have a picture up of him in the building.
And then the Panthers got a whole new ownership. So the new owner, he wasn't there when Cam was there. So I mean, I can understand the Panthers situation. Like, this a whole new ownership group, bro. We didn't own this team when you was there. So it is what it is. Thanks for your services. Bye.
But JR, what job have you had that you can go back to and they ain't gonna call the police?
Thank you.
Nah, dog. As far as like being welcome back in the like the whole thing with Bill Belichick in New England, like it ended sour. Cause obviously they was telling Bill something else. And when Bill got there, oh yeah, dog, we just gonna go in a different direction now. Like, hold on, man. Just yesterday you told me I'm good in the hood. Now you wake up and we going in a different direction. And I ain't even allowed back in the facility no more.
Man, business, man.
So Jay, the
I
only
mean, I
thing I'll
get it,
say
it's
that's different.
business, but that's like Charles Oakley with the Knicks.
Hey,
Like, they ain't have him
Belichick,
up in the garden for a long ass time.
hey,
That's crazy.
Belichick did a lot of cash wrong too, man, on business.
Yeah, but I'll say this: the difference in that though, JR, is Bill not being able to go to their facility affects Bill and Bill only. The Patriots not coming to Chapel Hill affects the kids.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's kind of
That's the difference. I mean, to me, that's the difference. The difference there is that Bill not going to the Patriots facility affects Bill and the way he feels, but him not allowing the Patriot scouts to come to Chapel Hill does not affect Bill whatsoever. It affects the players that potentially could be drafted, and it affects. Let's be real. Kraft could be petty too and say, "Guess what? Oh, he don't want to listen. We ain't got to draft
nobody from your team. Yeah,
Exactly.
Y'all sure old girl went with Kraft first.
She probably was at the massage parlor.
Probably. I'm telling you.
Hey, so I heard some folks in North Carolina kind of look mad with Bill Belichick because he got a little young. You know, they made these. She had to get her own mascot, right?
Yeah,
Bill Belichick and his old lady.
At first they weren't going for it. Cause they, you know what I'm saying? They just came from one senior coach, Mac Brown. And he was, he was real traditional and how he did it. Got, his wife old, his grandkids be at the game and all of that stuff. Now you got Bill, he got this little young tenderoni walking in some stilettos on the field, and they like, hold on, dog, why she got stilettos on a grass field? What's going on? They weren't
She
going
asking
for
for
it.
lunch money.
Now let's do something real quick, y'all, because I gotta give my man a shout out. I already gave Fran Brown his love. See, and a lot of people, when you think about Fran Brown, you don't think about elite passers. Fran Brown has the #1 passer again, his second year. Like we thought Shador, and you think about USC and the quarterback whisperer and all this kind of stuff. Fran Brown has snuck in here and has had the leading passer and going on his second year with the leading passer. But I want y'all to look at that second guy. I told y'all, Baylor.
I knew it.
Robertson. I told y'all, Big 12 best quarterback was not Caden Salter. It was Robertson. I told y'all we had a new sheriff in town. Baby Dan Marino.
See,
baby, baby Dan Marino. He in here. Look.
Now, hold up.
National player of the week. Yeah, I know Coach Hayes. Go ahead. Come on.
Oh, how you gonna disrespect Dan Marino? You know what I feel like before I gotta go because I feel like getting up out of it. But before I go, you know what I feel like, Tiger? You know what I feel like?
How you feel? How you feel?
I feel like stopping today.
That's why.
I'm just saying, Tiger, don't ever disrespect. Hey, what the comedian say? Hey, yo, don't ever disrespect me talking about Dan like that. You heard?
Oh man.
All I'm saying, Tiger, before I go, don't you ever because I feel
like stopping.
Hey, my man said, baby who? Hey, baby Dan Marino. Y'all see National Player of the Week? Y'all better put some respect on my man's name, dog. Y'all talking about 2 months off? Y'all finna see. Don't we play them boys in 2 weeks?
And guess what?
Huh?
He gonna put the L in Colorado. Anyway, with that being said, bro, much love to you, Tiger. Hit me up, dog. You get a chance. Hit me up tomorrow, dog. JL Boxing.
All right.
Hey, JL, you more than welcome, baby. Come on back. Come on back home. Come on back home.
I've been trying to get on the show, man. But by the time I finish the other show with B Watts kicking on my guy B Watts.
Tell B Watts I could come over there.
All right, man. I'll see what I can set up.
Man, he ain't finna let me on there, man.
I'll see what I can set up, man.
Just tell B Watts.
I feel like stopping.
Oh, here you go.
All right, y'all. Much love to y'all, boys,
All
man.
right, man. Yeah, but JL, you thought I was blowing smoke, and then see everybody, look, y'all, I'm a prophet, man. I'm a prophet. I pay attention, I see stuff, and if y'all go back and watch his games, this is what I want y'all to watch. Look at the ball placement. I mean, when I say he dropping dimes, like his nickname might be the Dimester. It might be the Dimester because he dropping dimes, dog. Like if I'm a wide receiver and I got one more year, I'm elite. I want to go to Baylor because I want this dude to drop it on my back shoulder. Y'all just check him out, man. We better be on our A game. Our pass rush better be crazy because they got a speedster number 16 and number 34. I don't know who 34 is. I don't know. Is he a running back? Is he a tight end? But what I know is he mans people when he fight for the ball, and when he get the ball, he turn into a running back. Like he different. So yo, Baylor. I said it here first.
Man, I gave you your props in the chat, man. In the group chat.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you was right. You called it months ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, when I saw that, I said, man, come on, this can't be true. This got to be a typo. This has to be. I said, let me give Tiger his props, man.
Dan Marino. Oh, hey.
Dan Marino for the first 2 weeks at least. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. But yeah, he's been getting it in. I said, God, dog. But I had to go back and watch. I went to go watch some highlights, and I was like, yeah, he got it, man. He got that pinpoint accuracy. He got it. Big arm. He looked like man. Josh Allen.
Yeah, yeah. He like Josh Allen for sure. See, everybody laughing. Hey, y'all gonna see it now. Y'all gonna see when we play against Baylor, Caden Salter better have a great game. Cause I mean he gonna throw the ball, he can run, he can do it all. But let's give a shout out to Eddie George, man. Eddie George won his first game against Liberty. They needed Caden Salter. And now I think his record is 2-1. We got Willie Simmons down there at FIU. He 2-1. We got my man Huff. He 2-1. Who else? Fran Brown 2-1. Penn State. They undefeated. And so we had to do a Mount Blackmore. Loxley. I think Loxley is undefeated right now. So we got 2 coaches that are undefeated. If we had to do a Mount Blackmore right now, who would be at the front of your list, JR? See you still here?
If I had to do Mount Blackmore coaches, I'm gonna start off with Franklin from Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be on there. And then I'm gonna go with Loxley. Cause Loxley had these coaching situations at Maryland where they'll start
Mm-hmm.
off good 3-4-0, and then they just slide in the middle of the season. But for right
Yeah.
now, they 3-0. So I got Franklin, Loxley, and then after that, I gotta put Fran Brown up there because I ain't gonna hold you. I like Fran Brown's style, man. He had them boys running after the game. He said, "We ain't beat them by enough. Y'all got to go out there and run." I like that, dog. Because you setting
Yes,
the tone
sir.
for the team. Like we not accepting mediocrity. And then
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
fourth person on the Rushmore, I know they 0-2 right now, and I still don't understand why he called that timeout. But I gotta go with Marcus Freeman.
Yeah. 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 So your fourth. So that means Prime is not on the.
He ain't on the
Prime ain't
Mount
on the
Rushmore.
list.
You know,
So
he
so
in the
so.
number 6 slot for me.
Oh, so who your fifth slot?
My fifth slot is what's old buddy name? Oh man, what is his name?
No Eddie.
Nah, Eddie ain't there. He ain't there yet. My
Who
fifth. What is
my
this
Vick?
dude's name? Nah, Vick ain't there yet, man. I mean, I guess I could put Prime in the fifth spot. Yeah, I
I'm
go
gonna
with
put Willie
Prime
Simmons
5.
in. I'm with the same order you got, but I'm gonna put Willie Simmons in the fifth spot. I'm gonna tell you why. He just beat his rival. He 2-1. They played against Penn State, so and you ain't finna beat Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't even hold that against him. And he ain't. So I'm rocking with Willie Simmons, Eddie George, and then I'm going. Who's gonna be your other guy? Who's gonna be your other five?
It was the coach from Alabama State. It was HBCU coach. The coach from
Oh,
Alabama
okay.
State, because he got them boys rocking right now. I
I
can't
got
remember
you.
his name.
I'll put in my field spot. I'll put that guy from Illinois. Northern Illinois.
Mm,
I don't know what I can't never find him, but he win games and he beat Notre Dame last year. So he
sure
beat
do.
somebody else too. So he can win some big games. So far as and how I'm measuring this, y'all, is because how good you are as a coach. He beat Notre Dame in Notre Dame with lesser talent. So that means he a damn good coach. Prime sometimes got more talent than some of these teams we done lost to. Like Stanford, we should beat them. And so, see you buffs. You gonna chime in on this?
Yeah, I got the same order. I'm gonna swap Willie Simmons and Fran Brown though. That's the only reason why I'm doing that is because Willie been coaching longer and he got more experience.
I got you on that. I get it. I get it. I feel like Willie got the same like what I want to say demeanor when it comes to trying to instill that winning mentality. Like, cause he said that, like, look, if y'all don't believe we can win next year, y'all need to transfer. I want people here that believe we can win, and they already won their rival game, so they gonna start this thing off right. Really kind of like two rival games because they beat Bethune-Cookman. We really can't count that, but that's an in-state team, so that give you, it just give you a little bit more bragging rights in-state.
Yeah, my Eddie Robinson, Eddie Robinson Jr. That's the Alabama State coach.
Oh yeah, I
I
heard
was
he
like,
was.
dog, where is he? I was like, dog,
Eddie
but yeah,
Robinson.
Eddie Robinson Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Wait.
well, I guess you talking about I guess you talking about right now, Tiger, in this time, this age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
okay,
talking about
okay.
right now. He talking about junior. Junior, he coaching right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
Eddie
that's not
I,
Robinson Jr.
that,
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, that's
boy,
not.
Eddie Robinson Senior though, boy. They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but they not related though. It's crazy, but
right,
they not
right,
related.
yeah. I know it, but
Yeah.
yeah, that he up there all time, bro. When it comes down to coaching, boy.
Hey, don't Colorado play Baylor? Not the next opponent, but Nick after the Wyoming game.
No, not this year. After the Wyoming
Not
game,
this
I
year?
want to say it's like after the Wyoming game, they play BYU, and
Oh, it's
then
BYU. I thought it
yeah,
was Baylor.
and then after
Shout out.
BYU, I want to say they got a like a bye week. Then they go to Iowa State or something like that.
Yeah. That them next 5 games gonna be gruesome, boy.
Hey,
After
shout out to
Wyoming,
really flawed. Shout out to really flawed football for correcting me. I don't know why I thought we was playing better this year. My bad.
yeah, that's why it would have been. It would have been the best thing would have been to take these first 4 games and get your team in the chemistry with K Salt. So by the time you go into playing BYU, you could have used these 2 games, Wyoming and Delaware and all that, to get that
Yeah,
rhythm and all that, and you'd have been ready to
yeah.
go. But man, I don't, man, bro, I don't even know what to say, man.
Hey. I
I
know what
mean,
to say.
I'm still
Don't
optimistic, man.
don't
I think
bet
they'll be
on
all right.
Colorado right now. Do not bet on Colorado. Hold your money.
Don't take the spread, that's for sure. Damn,
Hold
blow
your
that every
money.
single time. But
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, I mean, I think they'd be all right, man. I know a lot of people calling for like Pat Shermer job and stuff like that. Like, sure, can he have a little bit more creativity to the play calling? Sure, right? I think it's just more of like sequencing to the play calling because I know everybody like, man, I don't want to see another bubble screen, da 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 da. I mean, the bubble screen's a part of the game. You look at college football on Saturday, any game you see, any primetime game, you're gonna see them running bubble screen. It's just a part of it, dog. I mean, they even trying to,
Yeah.
interject that stuff a lot into the NFL now, because that's just where they're going with it. But to me, I just look at the sequencing of the plays because last year, look, we complained about them running bubble screens last year, but them joints worked because the receivers blocked it up. So, sure, can he be more creative? Can they flex the tight end a little bit more? Can they use the tight end to do some, blocking concepts, down blocking and stuff like that when it comes to trying to open up things and just make it look different? But players still got to execute the call on the field. Now, I think some of the route concepts are pretty like basic, but like I said, they get more creative in that standpoint. But bubble screen, like that's just part of the game. I watched Ohio State play Grambling, and they threw like 15 bubble screens that game. So I was like, it
Yeah.
is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you playing a
Yeah.
lesser opponent, you would think everything would be downfield. Ohio State throwing bubble screens against Grambling. I'm like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They still beat them by 70, but
my
still.
my only thing is that I think it's the creativity and the scheme of it. Everybody do run bubble screens, just like you have everybody that run screens to the running back, stuff like. But I think it's the scheme and how they run it. My only issue is that you had all off season to watch, and as a good coordinator, I'm gonna watch Liberty. Okay, they do it for 5,000 yards. Let me watch Liberty and take some of their concepts and incorporate it into what we're doing. So that way it makes this guy feel comfortable. And that way we're not behind the 8 ball on trying to get him to fit an offense that I built that don't even fit his skill set. I think that's what a lot of people like that, like us who watch the game, who love it. I think that's why we take issue with Pat Shermer, because we're like, yo, you know better. Like you done coached the college game. Of course, it was in the '80s, but then you done been an NFL head coach, and it's like, yo, man, you don't know how to adjust.
See, I wonder, is this the reason why it took a man so long to get here? What's the quarterback? The assistant offense coordinator.
But left which,
Yeah, Brian Leftwich. Yeah, like
Where is he at, bro?
I don't
He
never
just
see him. I mean,
he
I
just
ain't
an
even seen
advisor.
him or Marshall Faulk. Like, have y'all been seeing Faulk on the sideline?
Yeah, I've been seeing Falk, but as far as
Okay.
Brian Leftwich, he just an advisor. He never like got hired officially. He just came in in an advisory role. So come in, we trying to hire you, but whatever contractually terms, what's my responsibility, like all of that stuff got to be ironed out. So he just came in as a advisor role. I'm a QB advisor. I'm coming in to help out in this aspect, but he ain't never, they never officially like hired him for the job. So it is what it
Okay.
is.
All right. Because I was wondering, was he gonna be able to help out? And I don't know. It seemed like Shermer, to me, it seemed like he respect Coach Prime and he don't give him any pushback because unless Shermer wanted to put in Staub, there's no way I'm gonna let Staub be my starter. There's no way. If I got Caden Salter, there's no way I'm letting Staub be my. When I'm seeing Staub throw interceptions all the time.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Like when Prime came out and said, all of that stuff, and it was hush hush, and then well, we starting Staub, and he come out there. I'm like, dog, you been seeing Staub for 3 years. Man, you know what you got in Staub. Cut it out, Prime. Like,
Yeah, you would have paid Salter 1.6 and Juju about almost 3 million to come here if you believe in
yeah.
Staub like that. Like, I don't
So
understand
I'm
what's
like,
happening.
you knew what you had, dog.
Oh, and my bad, y'all. Let me put somebody. Yeah, I got my Jackson State shirt on. Sorry for the disrespect, Coach Taylor. Coach Taylor is my number 3 guy on the list. Coach Taylor
Oh,
just
that's
won a
TC.
championship last year.
Okay.
Yeah, he just won a championship last year. Something Coach Prime couldn't do. They just give me props. And he keeping it going. Like they played Mississippi State the other day, and it was a game. It wasn't no blowout. You know, them normally be blowout games. It was a game. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, TC definitely got it going. He got it going over there at Jackson State, man. So the train just gonna keep on going, man.
But hey, I tried to give him some props, and the computer started hating on me. But so I'm happy that Coach Taylor doing this thing down there, man. And I'm gonna try to catch some of Jackson State games, but because they don't put the stuff out there no more, you don't know when they're playing. Like Prime will put it in your face.
Yeah.
Now we don't really see nothing. So that's one thing I wish they would do to help us out. But hey, it is what it is.
They have it
So,
on I caught the game, what was that? No, I caught that first game of the year. It was on ESPN Plus. And I just watched a little. I think I watched like maybe a quarter and a half, and then I just moved on to another game. But they'll have it on ESPN Plus.
hey, Tiger.
Hey, go ahead.
So, are we tonight? Are you gonna save it for you giving prediction tonight for this weekend against Wyoming?
No, we're gonna do it tomorrow. So we're gonna jump
Okay.
on tomorrow. All right, let's look at some of these stats real quick, y'all. So we already talked about Angeli at Syracuse doing this thing. We talk about Roberts. A man at Duke. I don't know if y'all remember. He was at Texas and he left and went to Duke because the Manning situation. See?
Nah, that's a different dude.
That's a
that
different
dude was at
dude.
that dude was at Tulane. The dude that left from Texas, he went to Oregon State.
I thought he
Hey,
went to
I
Duke,
mean, well,
hey,
he
hey,
went to
Jr.
Duke. He went
but
to
he
Duke.
left.
Yeah,
And
he
he left.
left Texas, went to Duke, and then left Duke and went to Oregon State.
Hey,
Different
Jr.
Okay.
before that. Yeah.
That mental dude. That's the dude that was at Tulane.
Yeah, he was at Tulane last year.
Man, because he matter of fact, I think that it was him and Kate Salter. Everybody was talking about that Coach Prime need to go get old
Yeah,
boy from
Yeah.
Tulane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Duke just
But
came with that
see,
bag. Said we'll give you 2 years, 8 million NIL. Like,
Child.
man, I ain't passing up 4 mil a year.
nope. You
See
don't
you
do
couldn't
that.
match
And you
that.
gonna go to Duke.
Yeah. See, you couldn't match that.
Yeah. Then I already gave it to Juju.
Yep.
And I give props. So this might be the first time, dog, that Lincoln Riley, no, besides Williams, the quarterback just went to Chicago. This might be the second time when Lincoln Riley get a guy out of high school and actually turn him
Develop.
into develop him, turn into a great quarterback. So he's on the clock, y'all. I will be watching. Do y'all
Yeah,
know
we'll
who this
see,
guy
man.
is right here? Do y'all know who this guy is right here? Jaden Barnes. A my man, he looked just like Q6, y'all. Quentin for us. He
He
looked
do a little
just
bit,
like
yeah.
him. He played for App State. Go watch his highlights, dog. It looked like Q6 twin, bro. And he putting up numbers right now, dog. I think he on. Let me see if he on the list. He should be on the list. I don't see him on the list. Wide receivers. I don't. Oh, yes, he is right there. Number 4. Number 4 now at the bottom in the wide receivers. He number 4 on the list, dog. My man getting off,
Getting busy out there.
doing
Yeah.
this thing.
Me and my old lady supposed to go catch an App State game this year out there in Boone. We supposed to go to the mountains a little bit later.
You lucky now, bro. They done widen the road out now. Well, we used to go up there, bro. That road was so skinny. They used to be scared. And you can hear the
Scared
rocks falling
times,
off the
man.
side. Ooh, you
Yup.
can hear the rocks
We
falling off the side.
supposed to make a
Oh,
little trip out there to Boone, man, where the air is a little crisper, a little
yeah.
cleaner. The air is a little cleaner.
Hey, well, y'all go before October's over, cause sometimes it snow in Boone in October. So don't. Hey, November, they ain't where you want to go now.
I know, yeah.
Try.
I said if we get past, Halloween, I was like, yeah, then we
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
do it next year.
yeah.
So
Go next year. Go next year, and you
Yeah,
should go in Charlotte. Any
y'all,
North Carolina game is hype.
y'all up there where the hills have eyes, ain't
Yeah.
we out here, we out here.
But shouts out to Tennessee because they got after their old quarterback and they still got a top receiver. I thought they were gonna fall off because their quarterback transferred out. But then we go back to what my man CU saying. It's the system. The system you can plug any quarterback in and they're gonna have success. You got my man Nico over there at UCLA, and it ain't looking good at all right now. If he'd have
Yep.
stayed at Tennessee,
Bad,
he'd have had
man.
his money and he probably would have been a first, second round pick. Now I don't know what's about to happen. Um, and shouts out to UConn. I was looking at some of these top guys on the list. UConn got like 2 or 3 guys on the top of the list. I don't know if y'all remember Jim Moore. He was head coach for the Falcons. His dad had that rant that time talking about playoffs.
Playoffs. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah.
I went to go see them last year. When UConn played Duke, I went to that game, and UConn they literally, man, they always like a play or 2 away from winning the game, man. They're literally a game of
Mm.
inches for them. They're a well coached team. They just play or 2 away, man. Never fails. They always lose to 1 or 2 plays.
And they just lost like that to Syracuse.
Yep. 1 or
Was
2
wasn't that
plays.
Syracuse? Yeah. And some defensive guys that's balling out of control, man. I don't understand. UCLA, they got 2 guys on the list for tackles. Most times you got 2 guys on the list tackling. Y'all playing some good defense. So I don't understand why they ain't winning over there, UCLA. My man for K-State, no, not KSU, the quarterback, he getting off this year too. He ain't on the list, but he getting off. So we got like 3 quarterbacks. The TCU quarterback.
Hoover, yeah, he
No,
getting off.
the Texas Tech too. Texas Tech,
Oh
my
yeah.
dude from Kansas and Baylor and TCU, like all of them getting out, dog. So Saucer's he got they might have was right. Remember they had him at close to the bottom of the list. They ain't have him at the top.
Coach Prime playing with
So
his head top, man. I put that on Prime, man. Playing with that man.
yeah. Uh, so when y'all see Colton Hood doing this thing at Tennessee, y'all kind of feel like, God dang, we dropped the ball on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro, because he would have been a starter this year.
Oh, and
Bro.
and I wish Lil Bucket was on here because Lil Bucket was hyping this boy up, and y'all seen this boy get crossed up the other day and fell down, almost got caught over. I said, "Oh Lord,
Yup.
why
You
he
know
get?"
who? Man, Bucket been
Yeah,
MIA since the season started.
yeah, I ain't seen Bucket nowhere. I mean, he
Hey,
out there playing, he doing his thing. Go ahead.
what's going on with Wester little brother and Goldberg, man?
I don't know, man.
Cause I'm like, bro, like I at this point, I'm like willing to see who are all that linebacker, man. Put them boys in. Let's see what they got.
What's the little
And
brother gone? What's the little brother went to
oh yeah, that's
like
right.
Miami of Ohio? He gone.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Kentucky.
Okay.
I think he
Yeah.
went to Kentucky. I think he went to Western Kentucky. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Western Kentucky. Yeah. One of
Yeah,
them
what about
red schools.
Bill
yeah,
Goldberg's son, man? He played linebacker too.
yeah.
Yeah. On
He a
special
freshman
special
though. He might
team.
red
Yeah.
shirt. They don't like. I noticed they don't really like playing a lot of young linebackers. I see that they'll play young wide receivers. They won't play young linebackers. Um, now I thought about this the other day too, y'all, and just keep this in mind. This is my formula to win big time games, to win championships, all that kind of stuff, conference championships. You got to have a decent quarterback. You have a decent running game, and you have to have some linebackers. I know everybody say D line, D line, D line. That's true. You got to have D line, but you have to have some linebackers. Linebackers, they affect every part of the game, the run game and the passing game. So if you don't have no studs at linebacker, it's hard to win big time games because most games come down to can you stop the run and can you pressure the quarterback? And most times people pressure the quarterback by sending their linebackers. So if you don't have no dogs at linebacker, dog, we not gonna have that run that we want. I said the same thing about Georgia. Until Georgia started getting these dogs at linebacker. Now you see every year they got a lot of dudes going into the draft. Now it's hard to beat Georgia. When Alabama had all them dogs at linebacker, it's hard to beat Alabama. Now Alabama, you don't know who they got at linebacker for real. Alabama getting beat up.
Yeah, you're right, Tiger. Because that year at Harbaugh and Michigan won, boy, they had some hell of fine
Mm-hmm.
linebackers, boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
Two
defense
linebackers
was
got
on point for
drafted.
sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, man, I'm just like, I look at I know production ain't everything, but you taking some guys that 80 plus tackles, you're bringing them in on the team. So I did the math. You divide them 80 plus tackles. If you just put it at 80 and you divide that by 12,
Mm-hmm.
that's like 6.5 tackles a game. So that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't bad. But then you look at
Yeah.
them on CU defense, they had like 2.5, 3 tackles a game. So how your production go down from you coming from another school where your production was high, your production going down. So I'm
Uh,
like, I
let me say it right here. And
don't
it
get it,
depends
man.
on what kind of defense you getting these guys out of. Like if you getting guys that's coming out of 4-3 or 3-4, or now you putting these guys in this what is 4-5 4-2-5 whatever, like
4-2-5.
that's 4-2-5. Like you don't fit the same. You don't fit up the same way. It's kind of like you got two middle linebackers instead of having guys where I'm containing because you already got the safeties always outside kind of containing. But a safety ain't really strong enough to contain like that for real. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they
Yeah, I
pull
know
a
both
guard or
of them.
tackle around, that
Both
safety
of
don't
them
want
like,
nail there that.
yeah. They both two-wheel linebackers. Like they not like neither one of them is a true like Mike linebacker. They both some speed guys at linebacker, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Until
to
they run
me,
downhill at you.
yeah, until they run down here. But for me, I look at it because last year it was different. We had two Mike linebackers on the field with Hill Green and what's his
Mm-hmm.
name?
Bentley.
Bentley. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I look and I'm like, what's the thing? What's the thing that's missing from the linebacker room?
You need a
Hilo,
thumper.
Hilo was in the linebacker room last year. He was in the linebacker room last year.
Yep, sure was.
So Hilo not in there no more. So
Yeah,
I
I think he's the assistant defensive coordinator.
yeah, like I'm not questioning like I'm not questioning the linebacker coach. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't questioning him. I ain't asking for his job and nothing like that. But
Yeah,
it looks eerily similar to 2023 when they first got there.
it does. It does. It does. And it's like it shouldn't be like that going
It
into
shouldn't
year
be
two.
like that.
Not
Shouldn't
not
be.
yet.
Yep, not year 3. So
Yeah.
2023, your linebacker play, it looked bad. And everybody was like, well, man, like what's going on with the linebackers? And then you insert the one crazy dude, and he just had a ton of experience and he could just catch on and like you know what I'm saying? He just playing free out there. And he looked good
Yeah.
for a game or two, but apparently he got in trouble at the school and then they just had to sit him down. And then all the rest of the year in 2023, linebacker play was bad. I mean, the whole defense was bad, but linebacker play really looked bad. Then you go to
Yeah. That
2024, you bring Hilo in. Hilo, you know, making a few corrections. Hey, this how you need to attack and move down and strike and all of that stuff. Linebacker play improved after the second game. They made that change second half against Nebraska. They made them adjustments and they finished the season strong. Outside of some, you know, giving up some wheel routes. But then I'm looking again. I'm like, who is in this linebacker room with the head guy in the room? Like, who's helping with
see
correction? Because obviously the head guy ain't got it though.
and see I put that on Coach Prime. I'm gonna tell y'all why. You don't let Hill Green get just like how you told Shadur and Shiloh, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all coming back. Like he got that same kind of energy with Hill Green. Like, look, I need you here. I need
Yep.
like he make it seem like everybody expendable. And I thought he was gonna embrace these guys and make them feel like they ain't just a number on the roster. And so
Yep.
that's what I'm scared for Prime right now, dog. You got to keep your gyms and you got to get them the same Shador Travis treatment. You can't just treat everybody like they just a number, man. That's why they coming to you because they think you Coach Prime. You like a second daddy.
Hey, y'all, yeah, because that's the thing, man. With Wade coming back, if you still had Hill Green, all you needed was to find one more linebacker within that lineup to play half decent. I think it would have opened up things for Wade on the end, on at the end too. So I think things would have been better, man. I like I say, Tiger, you can't let when you trying to build that roster. It's some guys you can't let get out of there, man. You
Mm-hmm.
just can't let
Yeah,
them get
Hill
out of there.
Green, Hill Green, and see, I feel like Hill Green was a leader, man. He was a leader. But hey, y'all, let's hit on this real quick. So everybody's saying the Jaguars are using Travis wrong, Travis Hunter. They saying he. I'm like, look, the only thing that I feel like Jacksonville should do is the same thing that Prime did was master one thing first, because he didn't just start off playing wide receiver. He started off playing just defensive back first. Then they started letting him play wide receiver. They trying to make him do both at the same time. Now that's a lot. Like you got cats like Steve Smith and Ocho Cinco saying they didn't leave the building for like 12 hours just trying to learn how to play wide receiver. Now you're trying to play wide receiver and cornerback, and you're trying to rehab your body and all that kind of stuff, and you're newlywed and your new city, all that. There's a lot going on. He ain't have enough time to tie his hair up no more. That's why he cut his hair off. You know what I'm saying? He was that busy. So I feel like they need to just slow it down, let him learn one position, and then like maybe week 7, if he's doing good at that other position, now you start playing him more at defensive back. What y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. Look, I went out there for the first game, man, for the home opener. Went down there to Jacksonville. Thought I was gonna see three. I thought I was gonna see three former Buffs on the field, but I only saw one because Jimmy didn't dress and BJ Green didn't dress. And the crazy thing about the Jaguars, if you didn't dress, like they got to dress 48 players, And usually you'll have the other people that's on the roster just kind of on the sideline. They don't even have players on the sideline. They just the 48
What?
people that's dressed, that's it. They ain't got no extra players on the sideline. I thought that was a little bit odd. I was like, I ain't never seen that before. Because when I was looking across at the Panthers sideline, I could see Jimmy. Like they, he was dressed in all black Panthers gear, but I could see him. And I'm looking, I'm like, dang, I don't see BJ Green nowhere on the Jaguars sideline. And obviously he made the 53-man roster. So I thought that was odd. But the way I saw the game and I was looking, it's like what you were saying, Tiger, like master one thing, but they don't even use them in like critical situations. It was like some third downs and he wasn't out there on offense. Like wasn't out there, period. They had Brian Thomas Jr., Damani Brown, and some other guy out there. And I was like, well, dang, it's 3rd and 6. Wouldn't you have Travis Hunter out there? But he wasn't out there.
But see, that what Steve Smith was saying. Like, it's so many checks and stuff you got to know. If he ain't in there getting all that stuff in, like they can't trust him in them crucial moments because if the quarterback call a check, now he ain't ready. He don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he don't know it. Yeah. So I was like, dang. And you could see he like itching to get in on certain things, but they predominantly used them on like 1st and 2nd down. And when it came down to like a critical like 3rd down, he was on the sideline. And then on defense, that first game I went to, they didn't put him on defense until after the first half because they had like this long rain delay. Then we came back out. It was like 3rd quarter. Then you saw him out there. I was like, oh, okay, now he playing defense. But it was on a few snaps. But yeah, and then another thing that sucked too, like, well, he not the number one option. So now you're not even getting the looks that you was getting at CU. Because that's what made him so phenomenal. Like, he on the field, he the number one corner, and he the number one receiver for CU. So he getting the first look from Shador. 9 times out of 10, he was open in college. Now you get to the NFL, you the second wide receiver, so you're not even getting the first look. First look going to Brian Thomas Jr. So I'm like, dog, what they need? I think they just need to put him at defensive back. Like, look, like you just said, Tiger, look, we want you to master this one thing because they getting cooked at defensive back. Like, they defensive backs look bad. Jordan Lewis and I think it's like Tyson Campbell or somebody like them boys out there getting cooked.
But yeah, he should be a defensive back,
Yep.
and let him like how they did Coach Prime when they put him in. They put him in a certain packages, so you know your plays when you come in on offense. So you don't have to know the whole offense. You just know your 2 or 3 sets. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I got a little different take. I think that he should play. I always felt like Travis should have been more of a wide receiver than a DB. I just think he had great ball skills, and as a wide receiver, I think he can learn better. Of course, he raw, so he could be better at route running. But I just think when I look at him out there, man, on some of them plays, man, he's so small, man. It don't seem like he trying to tackle the running back. Cause man, them dudes like 235, man, playing running back. So I think that if you gonna play him, they have to do him like Belichick did Troy Brown. You just have him on the field on like 3rd and a lot 3rd and long. On the when the teams is running a lot of spread and stuff like that, but having mostly a wide receiver. That's my thought.
I'm with you on that. The only reason why right now
too.
they'll need him for defense more because they can't hold nobody. Like they need him on defense.
Nobody out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he made a great play the other day that they called pass interference. That was some trash. Man,
Yeah.
that was cleared not a pass interference.
Yeah. That was a good play. And some people started to come at Travis. I don't know if it's just the normal haters, but some cats actually going at him like, they wasted the pick, blah 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 blah. I'm like, how you wasted the pick? And this man playing both ways. Like, come on.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tiger, and JR, have y'all noticed? If you watch the highlights of the game, it's like when Travis catch the ball, it's a little extra going on with them DBs, man. I don't know if y'all ever paid
Oh,
attention, but watch how they tackling Travis.
they
It's a,
trying to hurt him. Like,
yeah, bro. It's some extra stuff going on.
I believe
I
that.
know at that Panthers game when I was watching, when Travis caught that ball, it was about 3 or 4 people hitting him. But that's in the NFL, they just try to rally as many people, get a lot of hats to the ball. So I ain't really like take it as like, they trying to do anything extra, but it wasn't no one person bringing him down. It was 3, 4 hats to the ball when he was getting hit. So, but
Mm.
yeah,
Hey,
Jacksonville got to figure it out.
Rand got a question for us, y'all. This gonna be the last question tonight. He said, what players that left, on which one are we missing the most? He said, name 3. I'm gonna give you 2, and we already talked about them. That's Green and and
Hood.
Hood. Yeah, I can't really think of it. The other person is Dylan Edwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Dylan Edwards was our punt returner, special team guy. That's what he should have been. Third down running back. That's what he should have been the whole time he was there.
Yeah. I'm with you. I definitely go with them 3 for sure.
I don't know, man. Cause Trackhawk boy,
Oh yeah, Trackhawk nice now. He nice now. I'm on record saying Trackhawk is a stronger, faster Dylan Edwards. But I'm just saying for this question,
okay,
I would
yeah.
like to see Dylan Edwards back there, our punt return and kick return. I love to have that right now.
Yeah. I agree with your 3 though. I definitely agree with your 3.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think. I'm like, man, who else? Like, we lost some receivers, but like, I ain't tripping on Jordan Onavune. Like, all right, hey, salute to you, bro. You
Now
know what I'm
big
saying?
boy
Like,
that came from Texas, baby T.O. and Wester, the linebacker. Now I kind of wish we'd have kept Wester now.
yeah, like maybe Wester, but outside of that, yeah, I'm with you, Tiger. Them 3 right there, them solidified for me.
Hey, but have y'all been keeping up with Baby T.O. and Hill Green? Because I ain't heard nobody Hill Green playing with Alabama.
He's
I,
playing, but
I
he's
saw him.
spot playing.
Yeah, I saw him. They brought him when Florida State was running through him because he wasn't starting. And then, Florida State just kept pounding that rock. And then they brought in Hill Green. He out there missing tackles. He
Bro,
just
you
looked
come
off.
on, bro.
He
Yeah,
looked
he don't look
off,
like
bro.
he at home. He
Oh
look like Caden
man,
Salter.
bro.
He looked
First,
like Caden Salter, like he out of place, like he
yep.
ain't comfortable.
Dang, bro.
First play I saw him come in the game. You remember when Shiloh missed that tackle on that running back from Kansas State?
Yeah.
It was like that right in the middle of the hole. It's the same thing for Hill Green. Florida State running back came right up the hole. Hill Green just missed him. I was like, come
That's what
on,
I'm
dog.
saying, man. You don't
They
leave on the leave at that level and go there and then, man. You look, man. I tell you what, man. If he'd have still been here, he might have played. He might have been playing a little better. He
For
he
might have
would have been
sure.
played.
playing a lot better because he's familiar with the scheme and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna tell you that this right here, and I'm kind of a little salty about this. Like he hear him say the Power 4 conference. They need to go ahead and say Texas, the Big 12 that's the Power 5. They go ahead and put that back to the Power 5 conference because they finna have probably one of the best quarterbacks, or probably about 2 or 3 of the best quarterbacks in the nation coming out of Big 12. I think you're gonna have a lot of wide receivers and running backs coming out of Big 12 like last year. And I actually think you're gonna have some D linemen come out of Big 12 this year. And if Hill Green would have been here, he'd have been the linebacker that would have been representing the Big 12. But he's gonna drop the ball, man.
Yep. I mean, I'm hyped. Like he's still at CU. I'm like, okay, he back. He in there. 41 in
Yeah.
there. I saw the play, bro. I said, damn. And like when they go to commercial break, but they showing the play again. I was like, oh, come on, dog. You can't miss that tackle like that. And it was like he
Yeah.
missed the tackle and the running back ran for like 17 yards or something like that. I'm like,
I
The
seen
whole draft stopped and dropped.
I seen one play when something happened and he was looking like it right here. He was talking like looking at the people on how LeBron be doing in the game that when one of his teammates mess up. I'm like that ain't good body language, you know what I'm saying, in the game. Like that make it somebody messing up and you let the whole world know somebody messing up. Like that's not good. But you trying to let the coach know it ain't me messing up, it's them messing up. But that don't matter. You can't do that.
But I will say, like after, like once he came in, like he was in there. Like they ain't like take him out. So whoever was starting in front of him, like Hill Green finished out the game for the most part.
But I saw him the other day and he wasn't starting.
Oh, when
He
they
went in
played
the game.
Wisconsin? Damn.
Yeah, he went in the game against Wisconsin, a running team. He went in the game. So I was like, damn.
Sheesh. Gotta be sick, man.
Yeah, that boy Cole Hood over there. Hey, I
Balling.
thought Tennessee had a lockdown corner. They had number 3. I don't know who that number 4 is, but when I say he was getting picked on last week, they don't even really go at Cole Hood like that. They going at the other guy. So I don't know if my man got in trouble, or he injured, or he transferred out. But I thought he was quarterback 1, and Colton Hood was fighting for the 2 spot.
Yeah, he got hurt. He got hurt in
Oh, he
the
got
first
hurt?
game. Yeah, in the first game. Because initially Colton wasn't starting. It was number
Yeah,
4 and number 3. Number 3 got hurt. Colton came in, had the scoop and score. The rest is history. He
Hold on,
starting now.
man.
Yeah,
Hold
go
on,
ahead.
man. So
That's how it
So
goes.
help me understand. Now, one thing I did learn when watching Coach Prime, when he was working with McClain and Travis, he was telling them put your hands on the wide receiver. Like if you
Yeah.
put your hands on the wide receiver, now you can kind of control them in them first 5 yards. It's harder for them to run their route. It's harder for them to get off on you and get into their route tree, right?
Yep.
Every time I see these dudes get beat, you go back to the play when our cornerback got beat the other day in the game, he didn't get his hands on them.
Not
When
even
Travis
touching.
them last year, when that wide receiver had that great game against us, 2 years ago, Stanford, they weren't putting their hands on him. So I'm noticing most time when this big plays, the DB does not get their hands on them. One thing I know from Cole Hood, day 1, he had great technique. He was getting his hands on people.
Yep.
So why when he go to Tennessee, somebody got to get hurt before he can get in the game? Why when he at Colorado, Travis had to get hurt before he could get and Preston had to get hurt before he can get in the game? What the hell are these coaches looking at?
I think it's just for Colton, I think it was just like wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. You know, because DJ McKinney had got there before Colton Hood. Like he got there one portal season before Colton Hood got there with his brother. So it's kind of like, you know, well, we already set because obviously Travis ain't coming off the field until he get hurt. And then he transferred to Tennessee. Tennessee had like a top-rated defense in the NCAA last year. So that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You going to Tennessee, that's a good program. But their defense is already top-rated. So you got to already think that they got some guys on defense if you're a top-rated defense. But
That's true. That's true.
he stuck it
But
out.
like,
And he ain't coming off that field now.
but this is my thing though. Somebody got to get injured for Colton Hood to get on the field.
That's crazy.
But
Yo.
stop get on the field just because we lose to Georgia Tech.
You gotta ask Prime that question, Tiger.
And
I
like,
don't know, dog.
and this is the thing I'm seeing with all these coaches. They move the same way. Like, how do y'all not see this is a talent and he need to be on the field? Why does somebody have to get hurt before Cole Hood get on the field? This is crazy to me, dog.
I don't know, man. It's a crazy world, man.
Yeah. But hey, fellas, appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight, man. We will be on tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the picks and stuff tomorrow. So that's pretty much the biggest thing we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about picks, and we can talk about the Wyoming game. Who y'all think gonna get off, and the politics of the game.
Bet. All right, Tiger.
All right. Any last words? Anybody?
Nah, man, be easy, man. I see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right.
See y'all tomorrow.
All right, y'all be safe.